It has been 8 years since Gwen Stefani released her previous studio album, but she has just recently released her fourth original album, titled Bouquet. The singer, who is also well known for her work on The Voice and her marriage to Blake Shelton, started out as a member of the band No Doubt and quickly climbed to prominence. In a recent interview, Stefani discussed her influences and work over the years, including a particular event that caused her to have post-traumatic stress disorder. After a career as a lead singer, Gwen Stefani has gone on to become a solo act and a reality show coach. During the period that she was a member of No Doubt, Stefani made contributions as a vocalist, composer, and founding member. Among their early tracks, Don't Speak and Just a Girl are among the most notable examples of their influence. The songs What You Waiting For, Rich Girl, and Hollaback Girl were all released on Gwen Stefani's solo album Love. Angel, Music, Baby, which was released in the year 2004. The Sweet Escape came after this, which was the next step in the process. After some time, Stefani would eventually make her debut in the world of reality television by becoming a coach on The Voice for the 7th season of the show. Her subsequent return to the panel would take place during the 11th season, and she would eventually become something of a recurrent judge over the course of the years. Additionally, Stefani has returned to No Doubt on a few occasions at various times. Particularly noteworthy is the fact that she participated in a reunion event at Coachella 2024, which was the first time that they had performed together since 2015. In addition, Stefani had intended to embark on a significant tour with the band around the same period, as was previously reported. Nevertheless, it is thought that she retracted her participation owing to obligations she had with The Voice. On the occasion of the release of her album, Bouquet, Stefani recently discussed the factors that have an impact on her as an artist. In the course of her interview with USA Today, Stefani was specifically questioned about the extent to which her spouse Blake Shelton had an impact on her musical style. There is no doubt that the celebrity also talked about her time. It would be strange if he wasn't, the celebrity said in an interview. That was 3 years ago that I was married, and the year before that I was engaged. In addition, she mentioned that she had been writing the album for a period of 4 years, therefore the answer is yes, without a doubt. Everyone will make the assumption that it has been a very long time since you released new music, but considering how old I am, I don't have a lot of music that is now available. My response time has always been so slow. While Stefani was continuing, she also brought up her previous work with No Doubt, saying, "It took 9 years for No Doubt to put out Tragic Kingdom, and Return of Saturn was coming back after being on tour for 2.5 years, coming off of this enormous success that had been achieved all over the world." In addition, the celebrity admitted that she had uncomfortable thoughts regarding the last album. She continued by saying, "That was a different kind of pressure. The CD is not anything I can listen to. That song contains a great deal of truth on the subject of what I was going through at the time. When I listen to it, it's like having post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and then people come up to me and say that record is their favorite music, which is strange to me." Gwen Stefani, one of pop culture's most iconic figures, is known for her many talents, being a singer, songwriter, fashion designer, and a trendsetter. Her rise to fame began in the 1990s as the lead vocalist of No Doubt, a band that blended ska, punk, and pop into something undeniably fresh and unique. Her solo career, which launched in the early 2000s, took her even further into the realm of superstardom. Yet, despite the glitz and glamour, Stefani's life has also been marred by deep personal struggles. One of the most significant and challenging episodes of her life, she has revealed, was a period in which she experienced what she calls PTSD, caused by a series of life events that shook her to the core. In recent years, Stefani has been candid about her journey with trauma, opening up about how the pressures of her career, her personal relationships, and the intense scrutiny of the public eye took a significant toll on her mental health. Her revelation of struggling with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, offers a window into the emotional turmoil she faced during a particularly difficult time in her life. The unseen struggles. A peek into Gwen's personal life. Gwen Stefani's story of trauma begins not with her rise to fame, but rather with the intimate aspects of her life. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, Stefani was the picture of confidence, often celebrated for her edgy style, bold fashion choices, and her fearless attitude toward music. Yet behind the scenes, she was battling complex emotional and mental health issues, which many of her fans were unaware of at the time. One of the most pivotal experiences in Stefani's life occurred during her marriage to Gavin Rossdale, the lead singer of the British rock band Bush. The couple's relationship was the subject of much media attention, as they were considered a power couple in the music industry. However, in 2015, after over a decade of marriage and having 3 children together, the couple announced their divorce. The breakdown of her marriage had a profound effect on Stefani, and it was during this period that she began to experience what she described as PTSD. The emotional toll of the separation, compounded by the intense public scrutiny surrounding the divorce, left Stefani feeling vulnerable, exposed, and deeply hurt. She has spoken in interviews about the emotional devastation she felt during that time, describing it as a period of complete loss and confusion. The impact of the divorce. In a 2016 interview with Harper's Bazaar, Stefani opened up about the pain of her divorce, revealing how it led to feelings of extreme isolation. She described how, for the first time in her life, she felt completely out of control and overwhelmed by emotions. The breakup was not just a personal loss for Stefani, but also felt like a professional one, as it came during a time when she was trying to launch a new phase in her music career. "I was broken," Stefani shared in a candid interview with Vogue. "I was in this place where I didn't even know how to breathe. I didn't know how to be myself anymore." The trauma of the separation triggered deep feelings of insecurity, abandonment, and a sense of losing her identity. What made it even harder for Stefani was the public nature of her heartbreak. Fans, the media, and even her industry peers were invested in her relationship, and when it crumbled, the fallout became a very public spectacle. The emotional pain was not just the loss of a relationship, but the erosion of a part of her that had once felt invincible. Gwen Stefani, a person who had spent most of her life building a public persona as a confident and unshakable figure, suddenly found herself confronting feelings of vulnerability, anxiety, and self-doubt. The internalized pressure of being a role model to millions of fans while dealing with her own emotional turmoil was a burden she had not anticipated. The road to healing. After her divorce, Stefani was left to rebuild her life, both personally and professionally. It wasn't easy. It took time for her to confront the trauma she had experienced and work through her feelings of devastation. One of the key ways that Stefani began her healing journey was through music. Stefani, who had always channeled her emotions into her songwriting, turned to her craft once again, this time to process her heartache. Her 2016 album, This Is What the Truth Feels Like, became a form of emotional catharsis. Tracks like Used to Love You and Misery reflected her raw emotions in the aftermath of her divorce. Writing these songs gave her the opportunity to make sense of the chaos inside her head. Music, for Stefani, was a way to take her trauma and turn it into something productive. It became a form of self-therapy, allowing her to vocalize the pain that had once been so difficult to express. "I had to go through so many things in order to get to a place where I was able to create this music," she said in a Billboard interview. "There's nothing more vulnerable than writing a song that's that honest and that raw." Music became the bridge that connected her emotional and psychological pain to a public forum where fans could witness and relate to her struggles. Beyond music, Stefani also sought personal healing in other ways. She turned to therapy, leaned on her family and friends, and engaged in self-care practices like meditation and exercise. Through these methods, she began to rebuild her sense of self-worth. One important aspect of her healing was reestablishing her identity outside of her public persona as an entertainer. She worked to reclaim her sense of confidence, not the outward confidence that fans saw on stage, but a deeper, more authentic confidence that came from within. Finding love again. Blake Shelton's influence. One of the most significant turning points in Stefani's life came when she met country music star Blake Shelton. The two had met while working as coaches on the singing competition show The Voice, and their friendship quickly turned into a romantic relationship. For Stefani, Shelton represented a form of stability and emotional support that had been absent during her marriage. His kindness, humor, and grounded nature gave Stefani the strength she needed to heal and move forward. Blake Shelton played a pivotal role in helping Stefani come to terms with her trauma and PTSD. In interviews, Stefani has described Shelton as a healer who showed her a new kind of love, one that was compassionate, understanding, and non-judgmental. Their relationship, Stefani has said, helped her rediscover parts of herself that had been buried under the weight of her previous heartache. "He made me feel like I could trust again," Stefani shared in a People magazine interview. "He was patient and gentle with me in a way that no one had been before. He taught me to love again." Their relationship, while public, was built on a foundation of mutual support and healing. For Stefani, Shelton represented a new chapter in her life, one that wasn't defined by trauma, but by growth and resilience. Their bond helped her heal emotionally, and Stefani has been open about how this love helped her process her PTSD and find peace after years of personal turmoil. The importance of mental health awareness. In sharing her story of PTSD, Stefani has become an advocate for mental health awareness, especially in the context of celebrity life. The pressure and emotional strain of living in the public eye can often go unnoticed, and Stefani's honesty has shed light on the unseen struggles that many public figures face behind closed doors. Her willingness to talk openly about her PTSD challenges the stigma that often surrounds mental health issues, particularly for women in the entertainment industry. Stefani's transparency about her mental health journey has resonated deeply with her fans. She has shown that even those who seem to have it all can experience profound pain and suffering. In a world that often glorifies perfection, Stefani's vulnerability offers a much-needed reminder that it is okay to not be okay. Her message is simple but powerful. Healing takes time, and it is a journey that requires self-compassion, support, and patience. Gwen Stefani's experience with PTSD is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. From the devastation of her divorce to the emotional weight of her public life, Stefani has faced unimaginable challenges. Yet, through music, therapy, and the love of those around her, she has managed to rebuild her life and emerge stronger than ever. Her story serves as an inspiration for anyone dealing with trauma or mental health struggles, reminding us all that even in our darkest moments, healing is possible. As Gwen Stefani continues to evolve as both an artist and a person, her journey with PTSD remains a pivotal chapter in her story. She has not only used her personal struggles to fuel her creative work, but has also become a powerful voice for mental health awareness. In sharing her pain and triumph, Stefani has demonstrated that strength is not in hiding our vulnerabilities, but in embracing them and using them to heal.